Hello everyone and welcome back to Once Human. In this video we're gonna talk about some tips, things that are easily missed, and some things that I wish I knew earlier. Early on, as soon as you level up, you'll unlock something and you'll probably use it. But later on, mid-game, you'll probably have things unlocked that you are not using. One of those things are the Memetic Specializations, and you can unlock one bonus every 5 levels. So make sure that you use this because they are really powerful. These are random, so at each 5 level you have a pool of options, and from that pool you only get 4. So make sure that you use the best one that fits your needs. You can reset these skills, but only 5 times per season. So each season phase, if you complete the task for that phase, you will get as a reward one of the currency that you need for this reset. So use it wisely. Also, every 10 levels, you will unlock passive skills in the cradle. And for these skills, you can equip and switch them anytime you want. So this can change based on your weapon. So for example, you have one buff that increases damage when you're holding an SMG, a rifle, or LMG. But if you just want to play melee, you can switch this because you won't use it. Depending on your playstyle and your needs, you can switch them around. Most of the time when you come back to your base, you'll have your inventory full with a lot of things, and you will want to put them in storage, of course. You can right click on each item, but you also have two options to do this faster and more organized. Although those keys that you want to use are on the screen, they are easy to miss. So when you open a large crate in your base, you have the option to organize or deposit all. When you press T to organize, every item in your inventory that is also in the crate will be transferred from your inventory to the crate, but only for existing items. So this is a really good way if you want to organize your crates. For example, you have food in one crate and you have ore in another crate. You don't have to check your inventory, you just have to put the initial items in the crate, and every time you come to your base, you just use this H button and will transfer the items that already exist in that chest. Or if you want to get rid of everything, you can just press G to deposit all, and your chest will fill up with everything from your inventory. Another thing to know to better organize your storage is that you can stack your crates to build them one on top of another. And even better, you can also rename the crates so you know what you have inside. After a while, you'll get more and more deviants, and you'll have a lot of duplicates. If you don't want them in your backpack, and it also confuses you when you try to switch deviants in their containers because you have tens of deviants, you can get rid of them. One efficient way to get rid of them is actually going to the Eternal Land, press F8 to open Island Logistics, go to the Sell tab, and you can sell the deviants for Astral Sand. This way you can get rid of the deviants that you don't want to keep anymore. When you reach the first town by doing the main quest, you'll unlock the motorcycle. Probably you'll try to upgrade it at the beginning, but later on you'll probably forget. So as a reminder, upgrade your motorcycle to increase its durability, speed, handling, and fuel tank capacity. Okay, let's talk about weapon calibrations. By now, you probably know that you can calibrate your weapon to increase its damage. Depending on the tier of the weapon, you get extra bonuses at different calibration levels. If I get it to +4, the range will increase by 12 and the accuracy by 6. And if I calibrate it to level 7, weak spot damage 6%. So what happens if you don't like these bonuses that you get at +4 and +7? Well, you can actually use a calibration blueprint and switch them around. So in order to do that, you actually have on the calibration page, when you select a weapon, you have the replace calibration attributes button. And from there, you can actually select one of your blueprints that you can use on that specific weapon. Well, how do you get those blueprints? By now you probably killed 1 or 2 bosses and found weapons that you cannot repair or got them from different chests. Well, some of these weapons, especially the higher level ones, when you go to disassemble them, you'll see this icon here. And if you try to disassemble, you will get them calibration blueprints. Another thing you should know is that there are treasure maps in this game. Some you can get from quests, but some you can also buy or exchange from vendors. If you go to the second town, you can see this NPC here, which is called Treasure Hunter. If you go talk to him, he will ask you to give 5 food items for his family, and he will give you a treasure map. He also says that it has 5 of them. So give him what he wants and you'll get treasure map. You can see I have 2 in my inventory right now. And the way that you find the treasure is press F to use it, and you'll see the X marks the spot on the map, and you'll have to try and match with the in-game map and see where this leads you. Okay, let's talk a bit about Deviants. So you get Deviants, you put them in their containers and you can use them. There are combat Deviants, there are crafting Deviants, and there are territory Deviants. The crafting Deviants will provide you with different types of materials that you can use to craft different items. The combat ones help you in battle, of course, and the territory ones will stay at your base and gather materials or help with the crops and so on. But each deviation comes with its skill rating, activity rating, and deviation traits. Skill rating and activity rating are random, so each time you encounter a deviation, it will have different skill level and activity rating. But another thing I want you to pay attention to are the deviant traits. These are basically skills, buffs, or debuffs for your deviation. As you can see here, this Digby boy has max deviant power minus 5%, which is actually a debuff. But if you are looking at this logging beaver, you can see that it has a really good skill, which is actually an addition. This toxicologist skill enables this deviant to actually bring back acid, which this deviant normally doesn't do. It only gathers wood. So make sure when you choose your deviants, you look at the skill and the activity rating, but you also look at their traits, because some may actually be only debuffs. Another thing that you might have missed at the furnace, when you queue up multiple items to be crafted, you can actually change the order by clicking this button over here. This way you can rearrange the queue based on your priority if they change. Okay, let's talk about another thing that can be easily missed. So let's say we have this vending machine which is locked, and we can see that on the how to get is unlocked in Memetic screen. But you'll probably go into Memetic screen and search in each tab in the crafting, logistic, infrastructure, building, and you'll try to find it. It is easy to miss, but in the left bottom corner you actually have the option to search, and you can type vending machine and click it, and it will find it for you and you can unlock it. Okay, so what are these vending machines? Basically, they are your shops. You can put weapons for sale, or if you want to trade with other players. So for example, if we want to get rid of this rubber, I have 72, I can set the item that I want in exchange and the total number of items. So I'm exchanging 72 rubber for 5 copper SMG AP ammo. Normal people won't exchange, but this can come in handy when you have a good recipe and you don't have enough materials to craft like 10 of them. You can only craft 1, for example, and you can put that one food recipe to be traded for, I don't know, double the materials that you need to craft it. So you can exchange one crafting recipe for the materials to craft 2, and so on. What you can also do, and it is also what most of the players do, is actually sell the items for energy link. So you just place the quantity and you set the unit price and you put it for sale. Okay, so you have your own shop, but how to find other people's shops? Because you cannot go on the map and search every house and see if they have a vending machine or not. There is a quick way to do this. So if you go to the map, in the top right corner, you'll see that you have a toggle on off vending machines. So if you click that, you'll see the vending machines available. The ones in yellow are from players in the same world, but if you want, you can also show all vending machines. You have a toggle button at the bottom left. So you can see show all vending machines, and you'll see with gray the vending machines that are in different worlds. If you mouse over them, you'll see exactly which world that vending machine is in, and you can also see what type of items that player sells. And you can just put a waypoint there and go to that player's base, go to its vending machine and see what you can buy. This player is selling a formula for billboard 1 for 100 energy links. Some other tips when you are in the map view and you're trying to get back to your base and it's off screen, you can just click on the base icon and it will center to your base. Also, if you didn't use it yet, check out the filter. It has a lot of things that you can filter on and off and make things easier to find on the map. Okay, next let's talk about mods. I will cover weapons, gear and mods in a later video, so make sure that you subscribe to be notified when that video will come out. But for now, let's just talk about one single aspect of the mods. Of course, you probably know by now that you can equip mods on your weapons and on your armor. These mods come in different rarity, like the weapons also do. So for example, here we have blue mods, and as we can see, mods have a core effect and some attribute effects. What is easy to miss is that these attribute effects also come in their own tier. So when you enhance a mod, you'll get a random attribute enhanced, but the higher the tier, the more that attribute is enhanced by. So take this into consideration when you're doing the enhancement. Of course, depending on the rarity of the mod, you can enhance once or even more times. Also, in order to get mod enhancements parts, you have to deconstruct mods at the disassembly machine. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. In the next videos, we'll talk more about weapons, mods and gear, go in depth about deviants and some other cool stuff. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and see you guys next time. Bye bye.